powers are a match for Mechagodzilla. We have been waiting for you, Professor.
What's this? Who are you?
Commander McCall Christopher, from the third planet of the black hole out of space.
So I was right, you are a spaceman.
I admire your deductive process. This huge Mechagodzilla is our ultimate weapon to conquer Earth.
What is up, guys?
Hey guys, welcome back to our podcast.
I am Cody,
I'm Manny.
and you are watching us live on Facebook.
Yeah.
So we got a couple good topics, in my opinion, that we're going to be talking about tonight for everyone who is tuned in. Shout out to everyone who is not in Orlando. I know a bunch of people are up in Dragon Con right now. Dragon Con's going on this weekend.
Yeah, I've seen some cosplay pictures already. Some good stuff.
Yeah. But we are...
We're live. We're here.
Yes, we are here.
Ready to nerd it up.
Yes, hopefully we have a couple things more down packed. Official episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm excited.
Me too. I gotta say, I'm really digging this live format.
Mm-hmm.
It's looser, but at the same time more focused.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is exactly what we needed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Especially with like the end result of most of our videos being so long. So it kind of alleviates the the post-production time when it comes to everything. So
Yeah.
it's pretty good with that. All right.
Cool.
So let's get right into it. I'm sure people are going to join in as they join in. So first segment of tonight's live show, we're going to be talking about anime. Believe it or not. We're actually going to be talking
Big
about
surprise.
a bunch of other things besides anime, but we're going to start off with some anime. So let's get to it. So this week, what are you watching, Manny?
If I'm honest, I'm watching My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
And only My Hero Academia.
Okay.
Not because it's a bad season.
Mm-hmm.
Not by any means.
Mm-hmm.
I'm catching up on some of my live action shows, getting them out of the way for when we get close to crunch time for the end of the year. I won't have anything distracting me from watching my anime.
That's true. Yeah. I was watching a good amount of live action this week, too.
Oh, yeah. So, My Hero. I did try... I can't remember the name of the show now. I tried one episode of... It's another In a Magic World show.
Another one?
Yeah, it's another one. It's another one of a dude in a world with a cell phone.
Oh, gosh.
That's what I did too. I was like, oh God, let's see where this goes. The name's going to come to me as I talk about it.
Mhm.
But bunch of red flags on it just because it has like harem all over this thing.
Oh, I believe it.
The cool thing though, I kind of want to keep watching is because they have a cool premise.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 1, like right off rip, this guy is like the king. And I'm like, well, that's weird.
So it's not Overlord.
No, not Overlord. So he's like this king of this group and everything.
Mm-hmm.
They're like winning wars because this guy's looking up Alexander the Great's strategies on his cell phone.
Oh,
I'm like, that's different.
Iskandar.
I like it. Yeah, he's
like
looking up Askandar's freaking strategies and he's winning wars in this fantasy world
Okay.
via his cell phone.
Okay. I might be able to get around with that.
I don't know how his cell phone still works. I haven't gotten that far. I don't even know if they'll even elaborate on that.
But you don't remember the name of the show, though.
No, I can't remember the name of the show right now. It's going to come to me. Give me a second.
That's okay. That's all right. In regards to... So, I do want to talk about My Hero. But what I do want to talk about first is something I was surprised that I'm still very into this season, and that's Anglomoy. The record of Mongol...
Mongol.
War?
Mongol Invasion.
Mongol Invasion.
So... The one I'm talking about is a record of something also. That's why I don't want to mix it up with that one. They have very similar titles.
Are you talking about that Lord Vermilion
Master
show?
of Ragnarok.
Master of Ragnarok.
That's
I was on the
show.
fence with that one.
Master of Ragnarok. There's more to the title, but yeah.
Yeah. But I'm still watching Anglomoy.
It had a very good
It is
first
very good.
episode.
I actually really like this character. Just like he's just a very likable character.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even like he's trying to play to any tropes or any particular like favoritism or anything. He's just a warrior.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's just a warrior at heart, and he's like a tactician at heart.
You got to respect it.
Yeah. And he was like, I mean, you guys bought me to come fight this war for you. I'm gonna come fight this war. Whether or not you like my ways is gonna get done. And I was like, okay. Still watching it. So I personally I'm enjoying every bit of it so far.
Hell yeah.
However, segueing into My Hero, I mean, you watched today's episode, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, like first thing when it came out.
Absolutely.
What is going on with Todoroki, man?
I think he's still not in the zone, if you will.
Okay.
You know, like he's getting there.
I mean, how long does it take you before you're in AutoZone? Like,
well, no, like, Deku's lucky enough that he had All Might like mentoring him. So Deku's kind of been in that mindset of I'm gonna be a good hero.
mm-hmm.
Where Todoroki, he's in that mindset of F my dad. I'm gonna be a different hero than he is. And so he's looking at it with such a different perspective that I think his head's not where it needs to be. Which is it kind of comes out in the episode where Deku's like yelling at him like, what the heck are you doing?
True.
And he's like, oh crap, what am I doing?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yeah, it was a great episode. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I wanted to. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a good episode. I wanted to enjoy it more, but in my head, when Todoroki was having this whole issue with freaking
Airbender.
Yeah, I mean Windbreaker, like whatever.
Windbreaker,
Mr.
I like
Passion,
it.
I like it. If it's not Windbreaker, then it is now. But when they were having this whole flashback issue with Windbreaker, whatever his name is, and in my head, I'm like, I mean, didn't you resolve your daddy issue? Like, this dude made it like a very profound hallway speech to his dad, like, I'm done with you. Like, you know, like...
Yeah. So I think they addressed that well, too, though. Like, he's like, I'm done with that, man. I resolved this. And then he's like, well, maybe I didn't. I guess I still harbor hatred there.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
No crap.
Yeah, you do. You're not focused at all.
Yeah, these two were just missing wide open shots on Gangorka. Mind you, Gangorka is in my top 3 hero pool now.
Yeah.
That dude is awesome.
He's cool.
That dude is awesome.
I don't remember them ever explaining his quirk. I don't think they did until this episode.
Correct, not until this episode.
Yeah, so I was like, what does he even do besides look like an orca? And then they explained it, and I was like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 10 hero.
Yeah. You're like, what was it? It was like, he has all the powers of a real orca, but on land. I was like, hell yes. He was putting people into temporary comas with his sonar.
With his sonar.
That was dope. Everything was great until freaking Todoroki and Windbreaker had their little...
Had their moment.
Yeah, like, come on, dude. Just because you all passed me rudely in the hallway at school.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what happened.
But you know what? It makes sense. They're like 15.
Yeah, I guess so.
And
I love how Deku
that's how it is.
literally just he flash steps in. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
flash steps out.
Yeah. And they're like, and they looked at each other. They're like, "What are we doing?" I was like, "It doesn't take a flash stepping Deku to raise that question." I'm personally offended by the cliffhanger, though.
Yeah?
Like, all that. You see the results on the screen, and just because my kanji's crap, I can't read it. Don't end it episode like that.
I'm sure we'll get somebody with a screenshot translating all the kanji here in a couple days.
Something. I need to know.
Yeah, I need to know. It's
Can
a good cliffhanger, though. I
Yes.
have to watch next week.
It was.
I have to.
I do want to briefly talk about the clutch win of that entire episode, and that was my homie Susan, aka Froppy, coming in with the most crucial new move that no one knew about: camouflage.
The camouflage.
I was like, son, what?
Froppy for the win.
This is why Froppy is such a sleeper in this show, minus, candidate for best waifu. Everyone else was beefing up their powers or kind of altering it in a way where it's an additional super move.
Mm-hmm.
Like Todoroki,
she's over here.
He's like, I'm trying to do Fire and Ice at the same time, and walk fast, And Bakugo's like, I'm gonna do a scatter shot or whatever nonsense.
Yeah, a precise shot.
A precise shot. And he did his little bullet thing, so it's more of like a machine gun. And Froppy's like, yeah, I'm gonna go invisible on whatever setting I'm in.
I'm totally gonna blend into this rock.
And I was just like, what? But you give me 7 minutes of Deku having an epiphany that he can use his feet instead of his hands. Okay.
I mean, it makes sense though.
Yeah, she has all the powers of a frog. It was
Well, no,
dope.
with Deku too. He's watched All Might just punch people all his life. And it made me laugh though when I saw him kick and he finally got it. I'm like, took you a little while there, buddy, but
Jeez.
you're all right. You're still my hero.
Yeah. That was too much. Too much. So, I mean, granted, you only watch My Hero this week. Do you have a winner of the week in regards to the anime? Or maybe even the shows in general that you watch? What was, I guess, the most memorable this week for you?
Well, I got my nephews today, so I was trying to catch up on some shows.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up rewatching old sports anime because, I have them with me. I don't want to watch anything super ridiculous. Like, I was going to watch Record of Mongol Invasion, and I was like, no. I remember that being really gruesome. Let me watch
Absolutely, it was.
Let me watch some Haikyuu.
Oh, the hype you.
So I put on the final episode of season 2 where they have that really long 15-minute volley.
Was it against Shira Torizawa?
No. The one against Tobiro's mentor. I can't remember the name of the school.
Okay.
They had the white and the baby blue costume.
Yes.
The perfect setter.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was a good season.
It was a good season. It was a good last episode where he goes way off of the court and does this set like from the announcer stand and stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm like, what the heck? I'm looking at my nephews and they're like, I'm like, yeah, all right, cool. So I don't know. Always from what I see via Facebook, via social media, it's My Hero. Everybody's always talking. I already saw memes for today. Like, who do you think passed the exam? Oh. I'm like, bruh.
Already.
It hasn't even been 24 hours.
No, it's been 2 hours. It's been 2 hours.
People are like already conversating like, yo, who won the exam? Who do you think is passing? Who's getting their license?
I mean, there was 2 X's in the corner of that screen. I was like, bruh. Todoroki. We'll see. We'll see. We can't speculate at the moment.
We'll but see. For this week, I'm going to go with My Hero.
Okay. I like it.
What about you?
Oof. Best out of everything I've seen. So I'm watching, outside of Anglomoy, which, I would probably give Anglomoy to my week. Best of the week. I'm also watching Attack on Titan. I'm actually up to date in that.
Yeah? Are you enjoying it?
I am enjoying it.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, they're actually progressing.
What?
There's a heavy amount of inside the wall politics going on.
What?
And unless they do some crazy cliffhanger, because I stopped reading the manga years ago, I think we just got the big explanation of the Titans
Interesting.
and like Aaron's powers and how
So
how he can do Titan things.
Season 3 is the season so far.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not like action packed. So far, that was still season 2.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot more development and progression that I do enjoy.
Hey, that makes it a better season for me.
Yeah. So I'm liking that so far. And then Asobe. I'm watching that
Yeah.
still. I'm just getting my weekly hurts. I think it was last week's episode when they were hiding underneath the desk. And she was like, "Oh no, my butt wants to breathe," and like her butt was in her friend's nose, and she was like, "This bitch better not do this right now." And all you hear is like, and she was like, "Oh yeah," that was good.
Oh man,
Just that translation, I was like, "Your butt wants to breathe. What do you do?" Oh, it took me a second. I was like, "I get it now. I got you now."
Oh man,
Yeah, it was too much though. But anyone else watching this live or even later on, let us know what you're watching anime-wise or just show-wise. Do you agree with us if you're also watching My Hero? Was Todoroki a little too emo this episode like I think he was?
yeah, maybe.
Maybe he was. But we're going to transition into this next segment. Actually, we have a healthy amount of things in this segment, especially myself. So what are you reading?
What am I
this
reading?
Week, whether it's books, whether it's comic books, whether it is freaking newspaper, Archie comics, I don't care. What are you reading this week, Manny?
So 2 things.
Okay.
The first is, of course, you know I do audiobooks, so I'm not really reading, I'm listening.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm doing my second listen of The Wheel of Time,
Okay.
which is a 14 series book. I'm on book 13. It's coming to its big crescendo. So this is the climax of the series, the whole thing coming to an end here soon. I've already did it once, and I'm hearing it again for, all the small nuances that I missed and all that. But great book. It's about a farmer kid who pretty much gets chosen to save the world
Okay.
from the return of the Dark One.
Really?
Yeah. So, take that how you will. It's Satan's coming Satan's coming back on the land.
Oh, damn.
And a farmer is chosen to have some powers to fight him. And the book's been building over 13 books. Now going into the 14th book for this big climactic end fight. It's pretty awesome. Cool magic.
Mm-hmm.
What I really like about it is the way they have the world set up. There's a lot of societies and cultures in it. So there's
So it's like fully developed. You're not just focusing on one party.
It's not just what. Well, and that's the thing. It's a pro and a con.
Mm-hmm.
Is that there's a decent amount of characters. It doesn't have a bleach problem.
Okay.
But sometimes just telling 3 stories at once, so you're fully invested in one character, but they're telling a story about another one, so that can be frustrating. But it is a really, really, really big story.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's a cool thing that I'm listening to right now.
Okay.
I definitely enjoy it, and I definitely recommend it.
What is the, not only genre, but also like recommended audience in your opinion for that one?
The genre itself is fantasy. It's very Tolkien.
Okay.
If you like Lord of the Rings, you would definitely like this.
Interesting.
It's very big into politics too at the same time, because this person who's trying to save the world, there's a whole book of prophecies about him. He's been prophesized to save the world.
The main character you're following?
The main character you're following, right. So he becomes a king of sorts where people kind of just listen to him because if he dies, nobody's going to save the world. You know what I mean? So,
right.
So there's all those kind of aspects. So really, if you're into magic, fantasy, any kind of political intrigue, definitely for you.
Okay. Nice. I like it. And you said you are reading Something else?
Yes, what I'm actually reading is a comic book, and that's Scooby Apocalypse.
Okay.
I'm on volume 2
Okay.
for the Scooby Apocalypse.
Okay. How's Scooby Apocalypse treating you?
It's
I'm
very interesting.
Throwing up an image for the people.
It's very interesting.
This looks dope.
It is dope.
This looks really cool.
So it's a different take on the whole Scoobyverse.
Okay.
I'm just gonna get that off, like right off the bat.
Is this a reboot?
Take everything you know about Scooby and just kind of crumple it up and throw it over your shoulder.
Oh, I'm excited.
Okay, so you have a world, right, where Velma's a scientist. She has like a PhD. She's actually a doctor.
Okay.
In like super robotic technology,
Mm-hmm.
whatever field you want to call that. It's like beyond robotics. Like she's studying nanites and shit.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm with it.
Some of the technology she's developing is geared to enhance the intelligence of dogs, canines.
Okay.
Right. So her and Shaggy actually work together. They know of each other. They're not really friends. Shaggy comes on as a dog trainer for these smart dogs.
Okay.
Of course, the dog he's working with is Scooby-Doo.
Yes.
So it's really cool there. And then you have Daphne and Fred who come in. They're reporters, really, who are trying to expose conspiracies within the facility that they're working at.
Okay.
Essentially, everything kind of goes to crap while they're in that facility.
Mm-hmm.
And monsters just start coming out of everywhere.
Okay.
Supposedly, that's from something that Velma was doing. The big mystery behind everything hasn't really been unveiled.
Okay.
But it's really cool. And
how many volumes are out so far?
I believe I just got volume 2, which is new. I don't know how many chapters are out yet.
Okay.
Volume 2 I just got recently.
Nice.
But yeah, Scooby's gear's a little faulty.
Okay.
So that's why he goes rut-row. The R's are a little messed up on his gear.
You have a little explanation.
Yeah, everything's there.
Okay.
It's just, it's different. So, Daphne is, she's a military brat.
Mm-hmm.
So her father's like a big soldier type. So she's actually, she's the muscle in the group. If that makes sense.
I'm perfectly fine with that.
Yeah. Fred's also there. He's kind of like the dumb jock. I'll be honest. He's usually in the planner in the cartoons.
Yeah.
But he's kind of like the dumb muscle.
I can see that.
And you know what? I'm totally okay with it. The
Right.
the dialogue's clever. The art's pretty good.
Okay.
I enjoy it.
Okay. I like that. We had a couple more people join us. Celestial?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, Virginia. Hey, Virginia. So right now, for the people who just joining us, Manny was talking about a couple reads he's reading this week. He just got done talking about Scooby Apocalypse. Volume 2 just came out if anyone's interested in grabbing that comic book. In regards to what I'm personally reading this week, just wrapped up the final issue. There's been multiple issues across multiple... It's... I just got done reading Shattered Grid. Grid. For anyone who was not savvy when Shattered Grid was coming out, got this little nice edition last volume. Shattered Grid is pretty much the epitome of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in comic book form. So what transpired was everyone's favorite Ranger, Tommy, in a alternate timeline, he remained evil. So he remained with his Green Ranger powers, and then I'm gonna go about it in a way that it's not spoiling, because I really want people to read this series, because it was actually really, really freaking good. If you're a smidge of a fan of Power Rangers, I want you to read this. It was actually that freaking good. So he keeps his evil powers. He acquires White Ranger powers.
Oh, snap.
And there's an issue with his powers that...
I see it in the image. It's great and white.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. But relax. It's great. And what's happening is his powers are kind of like decaying his body. The events that play into it is you have this evil Tommy. He's older too, and he pretty much combines those 2 power coins, and he becomes Lord Draken. And equivalated in a very archaic summary, Jet Li the One.
Okay.
So he's going to other timelines and taking out other Tommies. So
Okay.
he's the only Tommy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was just like, yes. And before this happens, you're 5 volumes into the Mighty Morphin comic book series, and it's pretty much just everything you want from Power Rangers. The original squad, everything that they're going through, Tommy, Green Ranger, White Ranger, blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden, Lord Draken comes in, and they're like, whoa, we just got our asses handed to us. Who's that? Oh, it's Tommy, but it's not Tommy.
It's not.
And the events that kind of cascade from Lord Draken going to different timelines, taking out other Tommies, acquiring other Ranger powers. So he's not doing this out of just like a vendetta or anything. He wants to be the only Ranger. He wants to have total control of the morphing grid. And we're familiar with the show and the multiple iterations. I'm not watching the current Power Rangers. It looks absolutely ridiculous now. Not a good way, but the morphing grid is like let's call it the Speed Force for Power Rangers. So there's different ways of accessing it, hence different Rangers have different power coins or different morphers, whatever, and that's why there's different Power Rangers. So he wants total control of the morphing grid, and when he starts doing this, he's breaking space-time. And other Rangers, some Rangers actually travel in space, some Rangers actually time travel to keep the space-time continuum in check. So now you have it's not unheard of, but like Zeo Rangers meeting up with SPD, meeting up with Lost Galaxy, meeting up with Mighty Morphin, and I was just like, oh my god, it's so good. This is everything I want. I don't even know if I can just open a random page in this, but just in summary, it's so good.
Oh man.
I mean, multiple big Zord fights, Rangers that you love and hold dear to you are getting taken out, and then it's like, oh, but the same person from a different timeline came in, and it's just like, what? But they're dead. Well, that was a different version. Okay,
yeah. What's
gonna happen? Is Lord Draken gonna win? Because he's taking certain Rangers from different timelines, like their actual powers, and combining it in his ultimate morpher.
So he's going to have the one morpher to rule them all.
Yeah, and it's so good. It's so good. Oh, man. Yeah, so Power Rangers licensing. I mean, this information might not be 100% correct, but it kind of switched hands. So to read it, you kind of have to get Mighty Morphin, and then you have to get Go-Go Power Rangers, specific issues from both of those. And then Boom #1. So, I mean, there's multiple issues with it. I just went to a comic shop. I was like, Oral, I want to read Shattered Grid. Whatever
what do I need to read,
put it in my folder. And he was like, I got you. And that's where I left it. So, yeah, it's done. Shattered Grid is 100% done if you want to read it. Look, it's been a long time since I've been into Power Rangers, and this relit that candle. It relit the green flame in me.
Yeah,
it lit it up, and I was just like, I mean, you have Rangers going bad that Lord Draken converted over, or he gave them specific power coins, or you're the Red Ranger, but I gave you my Green Ranger Dragon Shield. So he's beefing up his own army to fight against the multi-timeline, multiverse Power Ranger army. So it's literally just 2 giant Power Ranger armies.
Be honest. Are you rooting for Lord Draken? You are.
Listen.
Oh man. Okay.
So yeah, to see how everything goes down, do they defeat Lord Draken? Who dies? Who lives? How many Tommies die? And if they do, how does this permanently change the morphing grid for all Rangers across all the timelines? You have to read it. But Shattered Grid, it's good. They've been hinting at a couple things. They actually released a YouTube teaser video. It was a live action video, but he's Lord Draken And
I think I've seen that one.
yeah, and it's called Shattered Grid. It was dope. I was like, I want to watch the crap out of this. So yeah, that is what I've been reading, amongst many other things. I've been reading a couple new volumes that came out, but I'll probably save those for another episode because those are very good as well.
Cool.
Let's see here. So
On to our next topic.
Next topic.
Let's talk about some games.
Okay.
What are you playing, dog?
Me? So right now I am wrapping up. I think I'm on the last level. I think I just got to it earlier today. BioShock Infinite.
Okay.
It's been a minute of just, playing the BioShock games in general.
Mm-hmm.
It's been many years since BioShock came out. And in Infinite, you're not in Rapture anymore. You're in this, Utopia-esque cloud city. I want to say it's called Columbia. And it's kind of like this alternate timeline, history. There's like a prophet. It's like America in the Sky, but if America was perfect, but not Canada. So yeah, it's it's a weird thing. There's no big daddies. There's no little sisters, but you're still playing in first person view a guy who gets powers in his left hand and only shoots from his right hand. Booker DeWitt. He's a man's man. And he is appointed the mission of pretty much rescuing beautiful Bay right here. And but she's a strong, independent woman. I will give her that. She is a very strong, independent woman. She doesn't need no man until a giant mechanical steampunk-looking Falcon Eagle of death comes down looking for her. And the reason I'm visiting BioShock Infinite because I never played it. I played BioShock 1 and 2 when they initially launched in what is this, early 2000s, and then second one mid 2000s,
something like that.
And yeah, when Infinite came out, I just never played it. So I bought the whole set on PC for the Steam sale. It was super cheap, $20 for all three.
For all three games.
HD. I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna buy the crap out of this.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I've been playing it. I've been enjoying it, and it's been a good ride so far. I'm interested in how it ends. Celestial said that ending. I'm not sure if she's talking about.
I think she's talking about BioShock.
She's talking about BioShock Infinite.
Ooh, you better hurry up and beat that game.
Either that or she's talking about Power Rangers. I'm not sure. But she could be talking about BioShock. So I'm gonna beat it. Not tonight. Maybe another night.
Not tonight.
Yes, I am going to beat it. And surprisingly, for anyone who cares to view, the second thing I've been binging as of late.
No joke. I've seen you with this thing. You had mad time.
Yeah, it hasn't been slow at work, but I've still been grinding a little bit at work. I've been playing my Game Boy Color. We went camping 2 weeks ago or something, and I was like, man, I don't want to be bored. Let me grab my Game Boy Color, and then, yeah, I got back into Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Yeah, so I've been playing Blue. That's what I got, Blue version. Mm-hmm. All my other games I cannot locate at all. And yeah, it's been enjoyable. I've been playing all this 8-bit, 16-bit, whatever bit this game is, goodness, and yeah, it's just going down nostalgia city. Just memory lane with this game. My daughter, she's 4. She was playing this, and if a 4-year-old is entertained by Pokemon, then it holds up. Mm-hmm. Holds up, period. Oh, Celestial said, one of my top 5 games. I'm presuming you're talking about Pokemon, not BioShock. No, you're probably talking about BioShock.
Pokemon.
No, BioShock has been very fun so far. Don't get me wrong. But the real question is, who did I pick as my starter?
Who did you pick as your starter?
So, considering this is probably the 23rd time I played Blue from the beginning, I picked Charmander this time.
Did you know the interesting fact about who you pick is your difficulty level?
No?
Yeah.
What does this mean?
So, when you pick Bulbasaur, that's playing on easy.
Best starter, by the way.
Well, that's why, because the first 2 gyms you face, Bulbasaur beats them. It's easy. When you pick Squirtle, you're playing on normal. You're only going to win at the first gym. The second gym, you're going to break easy. It's water on water.
Okay.
You pick Charmander, you're playing on hard. because you're not going to have any advantage at all in the first 2 gyms.
Correct.
You got to grind the shit out of
Yeah,
your
I've been
characters.
grinding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Picking Charmander first is playing on hard.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah.
Didn't know that before.
Little nerd fact for you there.
Little nerd fact. I love it. Celestial said, yeah, she's talking about BioShock. Pokemon's good too. So yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, I think right now I just got to the SS Anne, so I think I went through like 4 or 5 cities, and I only have my Charmeleon right now and a Pikachu.
You have 2 Pokemon?
I don't know why I like abusing myself in games, but it's been very difficult so far.
What are you doing?
You know how long it took me to beat Brock with just a Charmander and a Pikachu? Like, I just caught Pikachu.
You're playing on extreme right now.
Yeah, so I went to go fight Brock. I couldn't do it. I was like, fuck this game. I don't want this game anymore. But I secretly do want to play this game, so then I left. And then I leveled up Pikachu, and then he got quick attack. I was like, what now, Brock? So it was just like nothing but quick attacks.
Quick attack, quick attack, quick attack.
Yeah, and then he went down, and he was like, you have fought well. And I was like, shut up. Shut up. So yeah, I'm playing on extra hard on Pokemon right now. But
Okay.
it's fun. It is fun. And yeah, I'm looking forward to many more hours in this freaking game. And maybe I'll cave one day and actually get like a 3DS. Because I've never played anything else but that.
Yeah.
I think the newest Pokemon I ever played was... I played Silver and Gold. Crystal, I think, is the newest.
No.
On the Game
I
Boy
stopped
Color.
when they all look like aliens.
Hey, Crystal was pretty anti-alien.
I'm saying some of them look like aliens, and then I think I saw like a candle Pokemon, and I was like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah. No, that's way later on. No, Crystal had the
All right,
legendary dogs like Entei and
I'm cool with them.
yeah, Suicune. I was like, hell yeah.
It's the aliens, though.
Whatever.
Anyway,
What are you playing, Manny? Let us know.
I'm mostly wasting my time with League of Legends.
Oh, I don't think that's a waste.
Yeah, so I'm playing.
It might be, actually.
I'm playing a lot of League, unfortunately. I'll tell you something I'm excited about though that I bought and I haven't started playing yet, which is of course Shimyou 1 and 2. This is my second favorite game of all time.
Okay.
I freaking love this
That
game.
just went on Steam.
Yes,
It's in my cart, but I'm broke.
It's only $30 right now for both the first and second game. I highly, highly, highly recommend it.
Mm-hmm.
This is a game that rumored, but I'm pretty confident behind the rumors. Is this is a game that bankrupted Sega?
Okay. I
Sega put
believe that.
so much money into this game, and don't get me wrong, when the game came out in '98, it was phenomenal, but nobody bought it. Like, they didn't put any money into the marketing, I guess. They put all the money into the actual game development. And the game itself is great, but after that, Sega was like, all right, we're not making consoles anymore. We're just going to make games.
Oh,
That hurt.
for the
That hurt. So
for
that
the
came out originally.
uninitiated, what was Shenmue
Shimyou,
so great with? What's up, Ryan? Welcome.
what's going on? So, Shimyou does some things that games still aren't doing now,
Ooh.
20 years later.
Calling them out.
You know what I mean? Like, legitimately, it's 20 years later.
Mm-hmm.
So, real quick, I'll run it down. Right at the beginning of Shimyou, you're this 18-year-old high school kid.
Mm-hmm.
Your father is a karate master.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you've trained under him, and your dad gets challenged to a fight in their dojo, which is like next to their garage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is set in like 1986. He has a Super Nintendo on top of his TV. You know, so like the game really like it's owning you.
Mm-hmm.
You watch this duel between this guy, this kung fu master, and your dad, a karate master, and your dad gets his ass handed to him.
Oh no!
And then after
Dishonor
your dad,
on you.
yeah,
Dishonor on your cow.
dishonor on your cow. After he beats your dad, he proceeds to keep beating your dad until he kills him.
Oh no!
So the game is a mystery action adventure. Okay, because you don't know this guy's name.
Mm-hmm.
All you know is that he was a Chinese dude that came in like a Blacktown car.
That's racist.
I mean, it is what it is. You're Japanese
It's
in the
not
game.
racist.
The character's Chinese.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you have to go into town and you have, like, your little notepad and you're playing detective and everything. Like, hey, did you see this Black Town car that
So
came through?
it's fairly open world.
Yeah, so you can you walk into town
Mm-hmm.
and you're actually in town. Everybody has real dialogue. They don't say the same thing to you too many times. Like they'll answer your question, and then when you go to talk to them again, they're like, "What? I already told you."
Oh,
You know, like
you gotta be paying attention.
they're like, "What? I already told you," and then they'll repeat it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? They'll repeat it for you, but it's letting you know, like it's a real person. Like, why are you asking me the same thing twice?
I like that.
It's great. So there's this one guy. He's I want to say he sells hot dogs, right? So if you catch him in the street, he'll be like, "Hey, I can't talk right now. I gotta go set up the truck," and it'll auto end the conversation for you, and he'll leave. And you can follow him, and you'll watch him set up his food truck, and then you can actually buy food from him.
I'm done. This is game of the century.
Like it's the world is alive. You know what I
Right.
mean? You can go to the bar, you can go to the arcade. You have to get a real job, so you can't be detective the whole time.
You can't even get that in the new Grand Theft Auto right now.
Like
you'll carjack freaking Suzanne, and she's like, "Oh no, my baby!"
so,
And then you get out of the car, and then she just walks away. I'm like, "You have no concern about that baby you just yelled about." It's Suzanne.
So here's the real kicker that I fully enjoy about the game. Nobody looks like somebody else.
Oh,
How many times have you played GTA and it's like, oh, it's the guy in the black suit
Yep.
with another guy in the black suit?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, isn't that your brother over there? Oh my God, you guys are quadruplets. Like,
quadruple.
like what? And I get it. I have my degree in game design. I understand how that's supposed to go. They actually made a town with real characters where everybody has their own life. There's some people who are always in the same place for story reasons. Like you find an old man in the park who's going to teach you a kung fu move.
Yeah.
So he's always there chilling because that's his spot. But nonetheless, like the game feels alive.
So what you're
Which
saying
way?
is this franchise bankrupted them.
Yes, they put so much money into making this game feel alive that they went bankrupt.
They are broke again.
They didn't go under. They decided if we want to stay afloat, we can't make consoles anymore.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. So that's Shimyou.
Shenmue.
For the people just joining us, what's up, Jesus?
Jesus.
Hope everything was a great trip back to Korea. So, outside of Shenmue, which you can get on obviously PlayStation 4 like Manny or myself, I'll probably pick it up on Steam.
I believe it's on Xbox One as well.
Yeah, I'll probably pick it up on Steam. And then, so yeah. Anything else in regards to what you're gaming up right now?
Nothing I'm gaming up right now. There's a few games on my radar though that are coming up in the future.
Okay. What are you looking at?
The first one is the Ghost of Tsushima. I believe is how you say that.
Yes.
Ghost of Tsushima. It looks great. This game, like watching the gameplay footage for it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
This game, it looks fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I was reading some articles about it, and they're talking about how they have pictures and everything. The game designers have real samurai with them in the studio to help them with the movements and
Hell
stuff.
yeah.
And I'm like, bruh.
This was the game that they played the actual like gameplay live
This
demo
at E3.
E3.
Yeah. They showed
Oh,
this at
I
E3.
watched the crap out of this at
They
least
showed this at
8
E3.
times.
Yeah, so you're a samurai, and it's really cool. Like the game, I feel like it's very samurai. Like it actually got it right. It's very slow and then very fast.
Yes.
Like it's very slow down and think about what you're doing, and then it's go time. Go.
Mm-hmm.
And I love games like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like we speed it up and slow it. I love that. So
I think there was a moment. I want to say it was this game during the live gameplay where he was on the rooftop.
Yeah.
He was gonna go rescue this one monk who was held captive.
This is that game. Yes.
And then he looked down, and this dude put his sword right here, right here in this soft spot between your neck and your shoulder, all the way down. And I was like, that dude has no spine left. That spine just got sliced.
Yep.
And then he proceeded to just cut up everyone else. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm gonna play the crap out of that.
Yeah. So the game looks really open world too. Like the opening sequence for that, it had like the same sequence for Zelda. Like when you go out of that cave in Zelda and they show you the whole world. They did a similar shot for that game in the trailer, and like it looks like it's very open world, which is it should be great.
Yeah. So I want all that, but with Afro Samurai.
I mean, I hear you.
Because Afro Samurai gave us 2 games. First one was bearable. Second one, unbearable. There's only there's only so many times you can do the same cut.
Yeah, it just got repetitive,
Yeah.
which sucks.
Yeah.
The other game I was looking at, it's very similar, is Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice.
Yes.
So
This one's different though. Yeah, I don't think you're a samurai in this one.
no,
right?
you're a ninja in this one,
Hell yeah.
which is cool. And I was doing research on this one today too.
Mm-hmm.
I remembered somebody asked me yesterday when I was at work, like what games I'm looking forward to,
Mm-hmm.
and I told them just Anthem, but I'm not holding my breath for that because it's EA.
Yeah, it's EA.
And then the two Samurai Ninja games from E3, and I couldn't remember the name of them at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So today sparked it, and I was like, you know what? Let me go look them up again.
Mm-hmm.
So Sekiro, you're a ninja, and I was reading up on this that originally this was going to be the next Tenchu installment.
Really?
And I fucking love Tenchu, dude. Tenchu's one of my games.
Yes.
And this is actually the same studio that does Dark Souls.
Okay.
So
So this is gonna be great, but difficult.
this game is going to be hard. It's going to be hard as fuck.
Okay.
So I guess as they were developing the game, their original thought was to make a game similar to Dark Souls, but with a Japanese theme,
Mm-hmm.
where you're playing against more creatures of that Japanese nature. You know, the oni, the demons, and all that kind of stuff. And I guess the game kind of just took a life of its own. They're like, all right, let's not make this a Tenchu game, and let's go ham and make a new
New
game.
IP.
Yeah, a whole new IP.
Okay.
And it looks great. This
Mm-hmm.
game is very, very fast paced from what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Watching the gameplay, it does have that Dark Souls feel where you have to get everything right perfectly the first time or you die.
You died. Yeah.
But at the same time, this game does not look slow at all. Like it's very,
Oh.
very rapid.
So someone who's transitioning from Pokemon Blue, like myself right now, I will
This is
ease
not turn
right in.
based. You will die. Yeah, no, the game looks super fast paced, which is interesting though, because I read that this originally started as a Tenchu game, and then I watched the trailer for Ghost of Tsushima,
Tsushima. Uh-huh.
and I was like, this feels like a Tenchu game, but with a
Right.
samurai.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's weird.
Yeah.
That's very weird. But yeah, Sekiro, you're the ninja. You have like a grappling hook. You have like a power axe that can flame your sword.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very fast paced. It looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately, I think I'm gonna play I'm gonna play Ghost more than Sekiro,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm on the lookout for both.
Okay. Okay. So Megan, what's up, Megan? She says she is so pumped for Sekiro. She said literally anything Dark Souls style, I will play
Yeah.
to death.
Well, I can guarantee.
Hopefully
you.
not IRL.
I can guarantee you.
Just game death,
You'll
which will
die.
happen.
Yeah. You're gonna die playing that game.
Yeah, so I'll definitely give it a go. I've watched people play Dark Souls, and I was like, yeah, that's cool and all.
I tried.
wanna-
I couldn't get into it.
Yeah.
That's another reason I'm slightly turned off. I'm hoping it's not like that. My problem with Dark Souls, I love the world,
Mm-hmm.
and I love the way the game is in general.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was reading that the developers made the controls and mechanics hard on purpose. So
In
like
Dark Souls?
yeah, playing the game itself with your fingers
Mm-hmm.
is not intuitive. Like you have to learn their button sequence. The way you throw things in other games is opposite of how you throw things in this game. Just the mechanics on how you do things.
Right. So,
It's bad on purpose. That adds to the difficulty. And I was like, all right, I'm done.
oh, okay.
No, thank you.
So, yeah, I mean, the lead creator was like, let's hire a bunch of sociopaths that hate people, especially intro gamers of any sort.
Yeah.
Intro to intermediate gamers, we hate them, you're hired.
And it's crazy. They've made, I think, 4 games now.
Yeah.
Because I believe Demon Souls is there too. So, I mean, like, people love it. Everyone's
Yeah.
a masochist, apparently, when it comes to gaming. They love dying over and over and over and over again.
Yes. That is why we continue to play Overwatch.
Yes.
That is too funny.
Yeah, man.
That is too funny.
But that's it for now.
Okay.
On what I'm looking forward to, at least.
Yeah, there'll be more to come, especially in the coming weeks. So the cool part about us being on Facebook Live now with these is interacting. So, we had a couple people join in tonight. We definitely repost these live sessions to multiple pages. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking, to reach more people who want to hear about the multiple topics that we enjoy: anime, comic books, video games. All three we covered in just this live session tonight. So yeah, I mean, people know that we primarily deal with anime, but as people are gonna learn very soon and in a very fast way, we're
nerds.
Yeah, for the most part. So I personally have been battling back and forth. It's probably been driving Manny crazy with what to name our live sessions, since we are expanding our palette beyond anime. So if anyone has any suggestions, any brainstorming ideas, I have a list of terrible names written down at all times. So let us know. Comment in the video.
Yep, comment. Let us know what should we call this thing.
Yeah, what are we gonna call this thing? Hence our title. Outside of that, we're going to be going to the wrap-up section. And the wrap-up section, I wanted to add a couple things in regards to what's happening locally. I mean, we are in Orlando. We're in the Central Florida area. And there's a couple nerdy events that happen
pretty
for
regularly.
the most part. Yeah, regularly, monthly. There's actually a bunch just this week alone. The first one I wanted to give a shout-out to is tonight. Right now.
Right now
it's 10:45, so if you're not watching this right now, then you might be at this. It's cosplay karaoke. September 1st, obviously tonight. It's at the Geek Easy, hosted by my dog, Oral. Shout out to Oral. Love that guy.
Oral.
So, yeah. If you're not doing anything tonight, slap on the cosplay. Head out to the Geek Easy. Right next to a comic shop now. It's no longer within it. It's a separate establishment over there in Winter Park. And, yeah, get your sing on. Next event is actually
it's your jam.
I mean, this is just funny to me. It is 90s cartoon trivia. This is happening on September the 5th. This is also at the Geek Easy over there right next to the comic shop. And yeah, go out there and do 90s trivia.
Nerd it up.
I mean, whatever 90s trivia they're going to be talking about.
90s cartoons. What is that? That's like the old school Spider-Man and Dexter's Laboratory?
Yeah, stuff like that. I mean, in the picture, they had some Digimon, that's anime, Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, man, the 90s X-Men?
Yeah.
As soon as I heard you humming it, I was like, what is that? That's a 90s X-Men. So, yeah, if you're into your trivia, head out to the trivia. And
cool.
Anime specific is Anime Night Orlando is having a music themed anime night.
Yes.
So they're going to be at Bikuri Lounge, that is off of East Colonial, September 13th. And from my knowledge, a show they have 100% announced they're going to be showing is Kids on the Slope,
which is fantastic.
It's a fantastic anime, Manny.
Fantastic.
I actually want to talk about this show for 20 minutes right now, but I'm not. So, Kids on the Slope at Bikuri Lounge.
I believe I heard them whisper about Beck. I don't know if Beck's going to get shown.
Oh!
Beck is my jam.
Beck is my jam, Eddie. Don't talk about Beck right now. We're about to mess up. We're about to start a whole new show. Don't be talking about Beck.
Oh, man.
But if you want to meet some other people in the Orlando area that also like anime, head out to Bikuri Lounge. And last event is actually happening on the 15th. And it's actually a birthday bash.
Birthday bash?
Yeah, Professor Shy Guy. Birthday bash. So this is hosted by Ongaku Overdrive. For the most part, many of our friends over there with Propeller Anime who's doing the Anime Night Orlando, they are having a big old birthday bash at the Geek Easy September 15th.
Cool.
So not just Professor Shy Guy doing musical acts that night. It's Crunk Witch, Under Polaris, and some other people. You can get your tickets at ongakuoverdrive.com. You can also go straight to Geek Easy and check out their local events, and I'm sure you can get further details. If you're into some nerd music, some tunage, go out and have a couple drinks and
meet some nerds.
Meet some nerds. Maybe we'll be there.
Maybe
we won't. I have no idea yet. 15th's a long ways away.
Yeah, it's a long ways, and not only that, we're both pretty homebody people.
Yeah.
For the most part, I like to sit at home, play games, and watch anime.
Yeah, by the time the kid gets in bed, I'm like, I got time for 2 eps of something. I watched Deadpool 2 last night, though.
Yeah.
He's finally in Redbox because I never go to movie
so
theater anymore.
Did you watch the Super Duper cut?
Whatever was in Redbox, dog.
I have to look. Somebody told me there's a super duper cut,
I believe it.
and the super duper cut is a different movie. Like, it's not just added scenes; it's edited different, so it feels like a completely different.
That
movie.
sounds like you need to buy it on Blu-ray.
Right?
Yeah.
I think I need to buy it on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yep. Outside of that, thank you everyone who came in tonight to watch us live. We will be live again very soon.
Yes, sir.
Until the next time, we'll see you later.
Deuces. What?